Touch the tick when you are ready to start. Mademoiselle.
Hello, hello.
Well, hello. Just to let everybody know, I record everything. Oh, my poor little fella. Hello, Fata Man. Oh, hi, Fata Man. Hello. Hi, Fata Man. He's so tired.
He's so sick.
Yeah, but he's tired.
Poor baby. Oh, look at Auntie Callie. Oh,
Here's another little one. Hi, Mama. Hi, baby. Hi, Mama. Hi, honey.
there's Rachel too.
Oh, boy.
All right, you go over there and play Peppa. You're too loud. I'm trying to focus.
Wiggity.
Look at that hot ass bitch with that red hair. Whoa!
I left
Oh,
my
Jill,
kids
how
in
you
the other
doing,
room.
Jill? Hi, Jill.
So all my attention's here, and I'm using my cell phone light as natural light so you guys can see me because the room does not have very good lighting.
Aw.
It is dark in there. You got blackout curtains in or something?
Yeah, but it's also a really old trailer too, so the lighting and electrical is not probably where it should be.
Do not mind the way my hair looks. I'm prepping for my newest color that only 2 people know about. So I am not telling anybody what it's going to be, but it's going to be interesting. Color I've never done before.
Hey.
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 All right. Yesterday we were talking about time management and scheduling and giving tips and everything. So I guess we can just like start off there. Does anybody have anything in particular they really would like to discuss today? Don't all jump at once. Come on, scaredy cats.
I need some ideas on how you guys are keeping track of the points for the retreat. I mean, right now I kind of got a somewhat good system, but I'm keep forgetting too.
That's all
So-
star. That's all star. Go ahead, baby.
All right, so I don't know what retreat you're talking about because there's 2 going on right now. Either or. So I'm going for the one in Texas. So what I've been doing is every night before I go to bed, I go over my points. I'll do my screenshots. As soon as I screenshot, my phone has the edit feature. I click on the edit button and I just use my finger and put like 9/21/2020. I'll put the date, and then in my phone, I have folders set up for each day. And I put them in those folders. I also use the book that my mom gave me. Remember when we all went to Ohio? Those of you who went to Ohio, we all got a notebook. I've been using that book. Hey, JD. I've been using that book to keep track of my points as well. Like I'll write them down and use the album at the same time. It's the best way. And I will, after I write down all my points, even if it's just 2, like at the top, next to the date, I'll put 2 points total. That way at the end of the month, I can just go down by days. Like, okay, here's 10 points, here's 2, here's 1 point, here's 5, here's 6, and I'll just add them all up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, see, I've been kind of doing that, except like I have on my phone this little like memory place that you can put notes on and stuff. And I've made one for every day, and like all my points are in that. And right before bed, I'll total it all up, put it at the bottom, and then I've been taking screenshots and I've been putting them in a separate album for each day. Like this album's for today, this album's for tomorrow, with the dates across it.
That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Does anybody else have any tips on how you yourselves are taking or keeping track of your points? How is everybody else? Are you guys
I downloaded this daily journal. Hold on, let me look and see what it's called. And it allows me to attach photos So it's called day one.
Ooh.
So I have a retreat. Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if it'll let me screen share. I'll try. I've never done this.
I think only the
Oh, I'm not a host.
Android or
I'm not a
iPhone
host.
first?
she's not a host. It won't let her.
So it's called Retreat Journal, and it allows me to do it on a daily, and I can go in and add my pictures from that day, so my screenshots. So what I did was I just screenshotted my my things that would count as my points.
I made you a
And
host.
oh, cool. Hold on. Okay.
Right before I close my door, Mr.
Okay, can you guys see it?
No, you have to go in there and select the screen share.
I did. Oh, hold on.
Down at the bottom, do you see the green arrow that says share screen?
Yeah, I did that, and then it says screen, and I clicked on screen, and it says record it. It's having me do a screen record.
Weird.
Stephanie's trying to call me. Hold on. Oh, Zoom. I didn't click Zoom. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Okay, so can you guys see it now?
Yes.
Yes, no, maybe. Okay.
Yes.
So I typed in, it'll let me do, I'm really bad with paper journals because my kids get a hold of them and they are not organized for me. So this is what I prefer to do. I'm a techie. So I have my journal and then my retreat journal. So what I do is like September 20, I didn't put in today's yet, but yesterday's I went in and I put all my pictures from yesterday on there. And that helps me because it's dated, at the top, so I can keep track of each day and I can go in and like add comments and stuff like that to it. Well, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Is this iPhone or Android?
This is an iPhone, but you might be able to do it on Android. I don't know. I don't have an Android to check.
Yeah, if that app is, what's the app called? I'll look it up right now.
It's called Day One.
Day One. Let's see, guys. That is really freaking cool. Yep, it's here.
Yeah, and
Installing it.
right on. So yeah, I figured that's a lot easier for me because then all I have to do is go in and look at my days,
Right.
So I saw my live on there, everything. I can take screenshots of my orders, post it on or put it on there so I can keep track of everything a little bit easier.
Right. That was good. Good job.
He is so cute. Oh, I like
Okay.
the snuggles.
He's sick.
I have a question. A lot of us, self-included, have been stressing about different things that have to be done, whether it's for retreats or contest groups. I was having a conversation with, I don't know if you know these people or heard of these people, but I was having a conversation with them in Instagram. The girl's name is called Jessie Lee, and his name is Fraser Brooks. And they are both like millionaire MLM people, and they were having like a throwdown podcast. And I started following them on Instagram. And I've learned from both of them that if we stress ourselves out, then we're not going to be able to fully give everything a grade A try. Well, he's English, so I guess you can understand why he says it like this. But as long as you're trying and pushing forward, whether it happens today or tomorrow, it will happen. But if you stress yourself out doing the tasks, saying, oh, I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to get done, that is when you're going to stump your own growth. So don't worry about stressing yourself out. Just keep moving forward. Know that you are going to get to where you need to be. It will happen. Look at me. It took me 14 months to even hit 4K. And It's because I started implementing what I was learning and not worrying about having it all done right then and there. I just kept pushing forward.
And she
Once I-
stopped making excuses too.
Yeah.
And listen, when we say, look at me, I did this, or it took me this long, we're not saying that in like a comparison kind of way, but we're saying it in a way like, don't be hard on yourself. Do what the freak you gotta do. Stay consistent. Actually do the damn thing. Stop making excuses, whether in your mind they're valid excuses or not. Anytime somebody hits me up with an excuse, that's all I see it as, because I do it myself. Like I'm like, oh, Star, you just use that as an excuse. Like, it might be valid
Yep.
in my
Yep,
mind, it might be
Star.
valid in yours, but it's still a freaking excuse. Hold on, guys, I'm sorry.
She's absolutely right. I was making my
Sorry.
why my excuse. When you make your why your excuse, then you better reevaluate your why. For the longest time, my why was about, being a better mom. I've already done that. Now my why is I don't want to lose the person that I've become. I'm terrified of reverting back to who I was. So I will keep going forward until I have nothing left to give, and I just relax.
Yep. And listen, a huge part of it, I've actually spoke to like 3 people in the past 24 hours about this. It's not just about what you're doing in the business. It's not always about the reach outs and the posts and the stories and the growing the network. You've got to start with yourself. If you don't wake up every single morning and start with you fucked up. Straight like that. You wake up, you take them capsules. If you have to wake up 15, 20 minutes earlier to focus on you and give yourself self-love and self-development, then do it. I don't care if you only had 3 hours of sleep. Wake up 20 minutes before that alarm. Self-love and self-development is freaking huge. Now, I'm not saying this to compare. Again, just giving you my experience. The first like 4 or 5 months of me doing this, I had to do that a lot. Like, literally, I feel like I was spending all day on self-love and self-care. That's because of the season I was in within my life. And guess what I did? Oh, thanks, Abel. Thanks for the kick. Sorry. I turned around, and while I was doing that, I shared it with Facebook. I shared it with my audience. I told them I was having a bad day, and I told them how this little thing right here was able to get me through that bad day. I told them,
Didn't die.
good job.
I didn't.
Oh, wow, that's so good. You're so smart.
I didn't die.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to give me a minute, okay? Pick Peppa. Sorry guys, but I would take them on my journey with me, and I told them everything. And when I say them, I mean my audience. I know they're like, some of you on here watched me during that time, or were a part of my journey during that time. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I was open and vulnerable about the season of my life, and it also helped me develop a stronger audience and network who wanted to grow with me, if that makes sense.
Can I just add in that she just said within the past 24 hours? I was one of those people within the past, like, what, honey? 3 hours or so? I literally messaged her.
I think I need to take that number up to like 5, because it's been quite a bit.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. It's time to buckle down. I'm not doing what I need to be doing. And actually, she just said part of the things that I need to work on is start being more vulnerable on my posts. So I'm working on that.
And what did I come back at you with, Rachel? I told you where I was screwing up at, didn't I?
Yeah, we got together and we told each other where we were both screwing up, and we're both going to try to help each other not be screwing up anymore.
Yep.
But the fact that she came, her first response after I said I need to buckle down was, well, then do it.
I was like, well, then buckle the fuck down then.
Exactly. So, like, if you would have came to me and been like, oh, I'm sorry, da, da, da. That wouldn't have got me going. I wouldn't be sitting here on this Zoom right now. I'd still be stuck out there with Hope on my lap. But she don't hold still like Silas does.
Oh no, honey, he's just sick. He doesn't hold still typically.
You know,
Ask my mom and Callie. They're frequent flyers of watching Silas. He does not sit still.
him.
But what I will say is I think that us as a team, and I know you guys duplicate, so I know like I'm the most responsible for this, but I definitely feel like we have fallen back on accountability with each other. And I think that needs to change. I think I've noticed since I stopped attending certain Zooms that all y'all stopped attending those, like the Kayla Zooms, for example. I stopped attending them because they weren't speaking to me anymore. And then all y'all stop attending them. Do we just need to find another morning Zoom?
I stopped attending them on my own because I did not like certain things that made me feel
Yeah, maybe that was
personally.
a bad example, but I've noticed that a lot of us have fallen. I'm not saying all, I said a lot of, have fallen off the Zooms, have fallen off of accountability. We've fallen off of a lot of things. And I notice it's
It was too early for me.
because of me. So I'll work on that. But we all got to hold each other
Personally,
accountable.
I work better when I have task lists.
Me too.
And I actually
I
had
meant
to
to
start
swap.
making my own because, even before this Destination to 40K thing, I had to start making my own because at one point in time we had them in our chat where we had a separate chat just for accountability. And it's like everybody was like in there, but everybody was expecting just one person to post that task list. And if you put it all on one person's shoulders, life shows up. It doesn't happen. So if we do something like that and you see somebody didn't post a task list, post one your damn self. Thanks.
Yep. Sharing's caring. And I know we all, like, I feel like we are one of the strongest close-knit teams. Okay, at least from our downline.
It's been said.
I mean, like from like Steph down. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, I don't mean it in any type of ill way, but our foundation is very strong. It's very strong to where we can kneel on others or lean on others. So if you notice somebody is like, hey, I didn't, like, don't be afraid to reach out. Call them out on the chat. We might not like it in that moment, but hey, Star, why weren't you on that Zoom? I'm like, really? Your ass just called me out? Seriously? But guess what? I'm going to be on the Zoom the next time, so your ass don't get to call me out.
Hey, Jill. Talking about calling out. How come we don't hear from you every day in the chat? Even just to say hello. It's like you're there some days and then some days you're not. What's going on? Is
I
there
can say the same
anything?
for Callie. I don't see Callie in there every day.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we all need to at least show up every single day, if only to say hello. It's
Y'all see me because I'm annoying as all fuck, but you know.
Oh, we're all
yeah.
used to you.
She's definitely annoying as heck. Her and that Shannon woman. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. I don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Star, did you see me? Star, did you
Yeah.
see me tag you in the retreat stuff again? Because I had more questions.
Oh, I think I answered them about the stories. It is all 3 steps, yes, because it's a 3-step system formulated and designed to work together. And yes, a live count is one of your posts.
Woohoo!
But listen,
Okay,
if you didn't
thank you.
put all 3 in up until this point, that's okay. I'll count it because I wasn't specific, and I apologize.
No, you're good. Thank
I
you.
do have a question about your extra credit thing today.
Yeah.
I've already made a business post with my transformation about how I have my own business and I, wanted to, I'm not exactly where I wanted to be, but I'm further than I thought I would be type of post. Actually brought me somebody who said, well, I'd like to try all 4 weeks. I'm actually working with her now. I already shot some stuff with Star. But you have that extra credit thing about like a payday post to make it relatable. I go live every day with my gratitude thing. Can saying, I'm grateful for that be part of that extra credit?
No.
Well, I
It's like,
guess
I'm
I
just
don't.
kidding.
I wouldn't get the extra credit then because I'm not making 2 business posts.
Shut up, I'm just kidding.
I haven't been
Yeah,
counting my.
you
I
can
have more than
definitely
3 posts.
certainly mention that it's payday. Yes, you absolutely can. And you know, make it relatable in that sense. Like you're thankful for weekly pay instead of bi-weekly pay or something like that.
Right. Callie, you all right?
My eyes are burning.
I was gonna say that face you had. I was like, well, you just pissed in your Wheaties, but okay.
It's
just,
burning because she's looking at all us hot she devils.
No, I just kept on mopping the bleach and it's burning my
Oh.
eyes.
Oh yeah, open up some windows.
You know how hard these windows are to open? You come
Yep,
open the
probably
window.
about as hard as mine are.
Jill doesn't look like she feels too hot either. Nicole looks like she's just like in the grind working. I see her like zoned in her work. Stephanie,
can't
she's
even
got
see
that
Steph
picture
and
thing on
Samantha.
so nobody can see the real her.
I
I need
know.
some ideas on interactive posts because most of mine have just been, well, what's everybody doing for dinner? Who had what for lunch?
So
Interactive.
you're doing the basics. Dig a little deeper. Like, did y'all see my freaking post about heating this morning? Whoa! I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I
Don't
seen that.
use
because
those.
I was yelling at Sean for not getting the heater out.
Those I noticed a lot of people. If you do those posts, it's got the A, B, C, or D. They're going to put a letter and that's it. When also with like those pictures that are pre-made, Facebook pushes them down a little bit. Be creative. Ask a question. Make an interactive post and ask a question where they have to actually give detailed information, like Star's heating thing.
Like
That
their
was
opinion too,
on
or what
point.
they do, their experience. So you're, for example, Rachel, have you ever done a post about teething? Boom. Boom, bitch, boom.
No, I haven't because I get a lot of those. Well, just put a little bit of whiskey on their gums, and I'm like, oh my god, do you people
No,
really
okay,
think
okay.
to
Thank
get
you
in
so much
trouble?
for your advice. I'll have to keep that in mind. On to the next comment. Who the
Or-
fuck cares?
Or even better, really, why exactly would you say that? I know that maybe back in the past days that might have been the thing to do because there wasn't as much energy as we have now. But why would you say that now? Make the conversation go on.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's why I
Explain-
like Jim
Make
Beam.
them explain themselves.
Samantha, I wonder if that's why I like to drink, period. There's always a whistle for the baby and a shot for the dad.
Dude, my grandpa totally told me they used to get shooters of Jim Beam and rub it on my gums when I was teething. So that made me laugh.
And then those of you who are doing like distant learning or at home learning, and it's different for you. A lot of people can relate to that right now. Make a post about that. You know, because you're not alone. A lot of, I'm telling you, that'll trigger a lot of comments.
Any other questions?
Maybe ask people like those of you who are new to this at home learning thing, ... what does your morning routine look like, or something like that, or how do you juggle everything? Like, make it a broad question so where you can get all kinds of different feedback, and no matter what, reply to each and every one of them and try to keep the conversation going. Okay, yeah, sorry, any other questions?
Since we're talking about post ideas, I need some post ideas. I feel like I talk about the same stuff over and over again. Of course, granted, I don't really talk about much, but I don't know what to talk about.
So when I had trouble with post ideas, I went to Pinterest and I looked up, and I can picture it in my head. I don't remember exactly what it's called. If you don't turn this tablet off, I'm going to lose my shit. It's Peppa constantly in the background. So what I would do when I would run out of post ideas is go to Pinterest and type in 30-day post ideas or something like that, and it would pull up a calendar and give me different things to post about. But this is also where finding somebody, a leader, and following their pages and searching their pages with keywords and using their posts as motivation comes in. When you just, and that happens to me a lot. I have several folders saved. Oh my gosh, this music is driving me nuts. I have several folders saved in Facebook of posts.
Always remember to word it to you too, so it's not just copy and paste.
Well, yeah.
I said this before in the chat. I took the 7 days of the week and I wrote down different things that I like for each day, and then I put things underneath of that could go for that, like for Motivation Monday, inspiration, makeover, make your move to change your life, self-development podcast, quotes, gratitude, journaling, reading, mental health. Then Tuesday, transformations, payday, track your goals or your success, teaching tips, homeschool tips, do it yourself, tackle the hard stuff, tasks. You can just make your list of all the different things that you think of as you go. And I've also noticed that when we're doing posts or when we might be somewhere in BFE, you think of something, but what we all neglect to do is to write it down. If we have that little notebook in our purse or our backpack or whatever it is we carry, a fanny pack for all I care, diaper bag, have that little notebook. As something happens, write it down. Then you got to post for the next day. It doesn't have to be, or if you just posted something and 5 minutes later, something funny as hell happened, write it down so you have it for the next time. Not everybody's life is all shits and giggles 24/7. We have to write them down as we think about them so we can post them at a later date. I learned that from Courtney Glazer.
It doesn't have to be on paper. Save it into your phone somewhere.
That too.
Then you can just copy it later and paste it when it's time to post it.
Nicole, do you have any questions? Stephanie?
Be the first one to have questions as soon as we hop off, though, won't you, Nicole?
As long as you don't have to say them on the Zoom, right?
Nah, I'm just being silly.
Me too. Stephanie, do you have any questions? Yoo-hoo, Stephanie.
I think silence means no.
I guess. Steph, yes. Oh, geez. Samantha.
You don't want to know my questions. I don't know if they relate.
Steffi G.
No, I just found
Love
out
you.
that the baby's mom, the baby that we're adopting, is fucking pregnant again, and I'm pissed.
Oh my.
She's still using, having a hard time. I'm frustrated.
Stephanie, it's okay. Just know that we are all here for you if you never need to talk to anybody. Jillian, do you have any questions? Samantha, I gotta be quiet about that because I love you, but I gotta be quiet about that, Samantha. Bill?
So I haven't been counting my lives as a post. I've actually been counting it as like the 1 point for the live and then doing 3 posts. So
Don't do that no more. That's too many posts. Never post more than 3 times a day. Never.
On the live twice then? I'm gonna go live once a day.
So I have gone live twice in a day. I don't know if it's bad or not. I don't know.
It really just depends on the time frame in between and what you're saying. If you can hold and captivate your audience's attention, it doesn't matter if you go live once, twice, or 3 times. Just as long as you can captivate their attention, do not forget when you're doing, if you do a live more than once a day, make a title it. Because believe it or not, when people search for something in Facebook, it's going to go by the title of your live, not the description, but actually title it.
Right. I was just like, because I was going to do the retreat for Star for the Florida one, and it said you get a point for a live and then a point for 3 posts. So I was just doing 3 separate posts and then counting my morning live as my live.
You can count that as one of your 3.
Okay.
All right, we have like a minute and a half left. Does anybody else have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but since this is like a work with me Zoom, I think tomorrow maybe we can actually do tasks. This was just a lot of question and answer.
I'm way ahead of you. Let me get it.
All right, I have to hop off here, guys. He's getting fussy. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you.
Help
I'm
me,
way
hold
ahead
me
of you, Star.
accountable. Help
I'm way
me.
ahead
Love
of you.
All right. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
So yes, tomorrow we're gonna do tasks then.
Yes. Of
Okay.
course, we can still answer questions if you have it.
Right. Yeah,
But-
I mean, I like that we started off with just the questions for the first 2 days because I know there's a lot of
Exactly.
questions going on, but I do agree with Star that we should probably try to actually do some work.
Right. Well, making sure everybody's in the right frame of mind was very important.
Yeah, but I definitely agree. Tomorrow we can start on tasks and do questions as well. Maybe we can do like 10 minutes towards the end or the beginning of questions and then do the rest for work or something.
Yep. I have like 6 different task lists. So
Perfect.
they're all like this long.
I need to
All
fix my
right,
printer.
everybody, I will go ahead and get this recording into the chat and our team page as soon as it's uploaded. Please remember, we are always here for each other. Let's hold each other accountable and don't be silent. If you're
Silence not gonna get you nowhere.
if you're silent, nobody can help you. Love y'all.
Love
Love you.
y'all.